Hello and welcome back to Warhammer 3. Getting into this, I've been having a bit of a problem. I'm not quite sure how to progress because, like, obviously we can go fight the Dark Elves over here and that seems like the sensible, good elven thing to do. But I want to confederate Alariel. I believe that's your name, isn't it?
Those who speak
yeah,
the
Alariel. But the issue is, in addition to wanting to confederate her, I also want to take over all of Ulthuan. There's elves here, elves there, Slanesh here, and the Cult of Cain here. And I do point here specifically because seeing as Tor, Anlok, and the Phoenix Gate are already taken by Alariel, I imagine she either has or will have the Shrine of Cain by the time we get there. Meaning the only way we're going to get the Sword of Cain and see how it works is either to go to war with her or confederate her. And I feel like if I just leave and fight the Dark Elves now, she'll take over everything else on Ulthuan. And sure, in the long term of confederating her, that's better for me, because now I don't have to do it myself, but also she's going to be a much stronger faction and not want to confederate if I let her do that. So I think what I want to do is to declare war here, walk through her lands, declare war on Slanesh, circle around through the elves, go the long way around because I'm going to have to get to these elves, and then once we've done everything on Ulthuan except for Alariel, we come over here to fight the Dark Elves. Which isn't super efficient, but for the purpose of trying to confederate her and get the Sword of Cain without killing her, I think that might be the best play to prevent her from growing any further. Now, to that end, we should probably start doing stuff that actually makes her like us. First on that list, we're going to go over to Intrigue at Court, find her, Avalorn. We're going to spend some influence to improve relations. How long does this last? It doesn't specify a duration here. It increases the cost each time you do it, but up by 1's not a big deal. I'm going to do it again. Still only up by 1. I have no problems with this. I know it increases a lot at some point. Now it's gone up by 2. I'm going to sit on the rest of this because, like, it's not super efficient. I think it takes a turn to kick in as well. I did a little bit of testing off camera. But the important thing here is that none of that really matters this turn. Anyway, I'm just doing it for future relations. Yeah, you can see it's going up from 47 to 125, but it currently says 47, so I assume that's next turn. What we're doing now, I imagine... No, I don't want to declare war on her. I'm sorry. I want to join war against the Scourge of Cain. And I want you to give me as much money as you deem reasonable, which I think is just all of your money. I'll do this next turn then, when you like me more.
Champion of the Ever Queen.
And for now, we're just going forward to Tordrino. Trespassing will have diplomatic repercussions. But is that like with everyone for reliability, or is that for this person not liking me? I'm gonna be stopping at Tordrino anyway, because I'm gonna be conquering it. There's no reason not to be in ambush stance, really. You're still getting diplomatic repercussions, even if you're in ambush stance, which is interesting, because you think they wouldn't know. Now that I'm here, I'm gonna look at these people.
There's little you could say that would improve my...
Trespass against Scourge of Cain at -15. That makes sense. If I go over to Alariel, there's no breakdown of your reliability, but obviously she doesn't seem to care that I'm trespassing against the Scourge of Cain. Actually, she does. She likes that. Repercussions aren't always negative. Now, I'm going to load the save real quick. I swear to God, that when I left my own territory, this increased, that I'm making less money now. So let me go ahead and load and see if 3365 is what I was making at the start of the turn, or if I'm going crazy. 3496. Was it for stepping out of my area? Was it for entering ambush stance? No. So we can safely assume then that it was exiting my territory. It's crossing this line and being in foreign territory. And then there's gonna be some bullshit with supply lines or something like that, where that's causing it to cost more. So I'm gonna stay right on the edge of my territory this turn. Continuing to make this noble mine even tankier than they were.
Sathari's servant.
Pick up Wind Blast on the Archmage and then potential energy to get into Common of Cassandra again. Upgrading this settlement because I may as well. And something I wanted to check last time, I guess I should repair this. What does the... Cancel that, I want to look at stuff. What does this actually do? Growth plus 20 for the base one, that's obviously good. Corruption -2. And it's growing faster now, but why do I care about growing faster? Does this ever do anything other than just to be a wall? Because if it's only ever a wall, then I don't see why I would need to improve it if it's inside of my territory. Yeah, is there a way to make this not be alerted anymore? Because I don't really want to upgrade this place. It's a lot of money for a defensive building in a location that should never be defended from anything. Right? Like, even if they come to my land, they're going to attack the coastal settlements, not this place. I understand that this can be valuable, but it's not really going to for me in this circumstance. I don't want to be told about it every single turn. I won't repair it because it's giving growth, and that seems like it could be relevant if I ever decide to upgrade it later, but the later ones don't seem to matter at all to me. And this is exactly the problem I have. I'm going to go ahead and look this up now to see if there's anything I can do about it. I can rename it. That's not helpful. Okay, so I have this option for intern notifications. No siege equipment doesn't matter to me at all, so I can just turn that one off. Building upgrade available is just a blanket category. I don't seem to have any control over the specifics of it. I'm surprised that's not separate from, like, settlement growing. That seems like there should be different things. So I'm not finding anything that can help me with the base game. I'm not finding anything about mods either. Resolve or skip this notification to intern. If I click on this, it takes me to the Eagle Gate. If I click again, does it go to like a next one? No. And like obviously I can click through myself, and I don't know if there are any other buildings upgrading right now. There is. This is more important. I don't care about upgrading the Eagle Gate. This makes money. And there's no way for me to get to that. There's just like a thing that is breaking this right now. Can I, like, raise the settlement? Would that be reasonable? Does this place make money? Where is a buildings details tab for the settlement? I mean, presumably all it does is this. There's no other building here, so it doesn't make any money, right? I'm just gonna upgrade this knowing it's shit in this playthrough. In the comments, this is actually really important. Is this a situation where it's right to just, like, raise the settlement? Fuck this place? This feels to me basically useless. And in fact, isn't there a thing I can do? Yes, I can abandon the settlement. What does, let's just save and check, what does abandoning the Griffin Gate actually do? Because if it removes it on the map, that's basically what I want. So the issue is this leaves the Griffin Gate on the map, right? Someone can walk an army over here and then settle the Griffin Gate. And I'm gonna do this now to confirm it rebuilds it as the Griffin Gate, as a fortress, not as a territory, right?
This place is ours.
Yeah, we had the Griffin Gate again, blah, blah, blah. And it's still the Griffin Gate. It's still just absolutely terrible. It's still just a defensive building that's nothing but a drain on my economy. I don't even know if it is a drain on my economy. I just know that it breaks the UI in a really unhelpful way where it's trying to notify me to build defenses that cost money for territory I never need to defend. So yeah, going forward, if anyone can tell me how to, like, not have this issue, I would love to hear it. But for now, or if that's just actually really helpful and I'm missing something. But for now, I'm just viewing it as a bad thing. We're gonna take faction-wide income increase as opposed to growing here because I don't want this place to grow. This place sucks. And then we'll see what happens in the next turn. All right, now we're gonna try this again, but you like me this time, right? I want to join you in your war against this gorgeous Kane. But base 3.0 doesn't actually sound that good, but we're gonna go ahead and set this to max and see how bad it gets. Bad immediately. You're able to offer me like 700. 850. Is there a button I can click where it just immediately puts like a reasonable amount of money? Do I have to just like fiddle with this every time? I feel like I'm missing something obvious. Anyway, I would love to help you kill these people. Oh, and speaking of, I've had a quest for a while to like trade with people, and now that I've finally met, you know, people, like Hag Hall over here is the Wood Elves. Would you like to trade with me? I'm somewhat reliable.
My sister's pretty words for weakness.
Trade agreement. Okay, so I'm trying to get trade rights with them. Their initial thought is, hell no, and it's because they have a negative baseline evaluation of 11. I guess that's the thing they have. I don't... Since baseline evaluation is a wide variety of things, including in the breakdown, isn't helpful, because now there's a subcategory that I don't know the details of. Why even give me a breakdown if it's not actually going to be a breakdown? Trustworthiness -4 is a problem for this, but I feel like... Do you want to know that I'm not going to attack you? What do you feel about a defensive alliance? Do you think that benefits you? Actually, no. They think it's a good defensive alliance. They just hate defensive alliances. Okay. I was offering to protect you. How about a non-aggression pact? Why don't you like that? They just don't want to trade with me. It's just too much to ask. I'm just going to not care about you. Hey, Dreadfleet. You fucking hate me. You're not trading with me. I guess I'm just not going to trade with anyone. Apparently, trading's really hard to do. Surprised that was a difficult thing to manage, but apparently.
Protector of the Everqueen.
Can this army get there this turn? It can. I think what I'd rather do is have Tyrion go on force marks and start making his way downtown. Oh, I should probably do it in the water, though, to avoid pissing off Illyrial, right? First things first, let's just check how this goes. Do I need to send aid? Tyrion can help. There's no reason not to send help. Oh, it's already low casualties. Just auto-resolve that.
Not fear our lessons.
We got a Dragonbane gym. There are a bunch of fire-breathing dragons around. That'll be helpful. Unfortunately, that is not the case.
Know the teachings of Templars.
We leveled up, got more line of sight, killed the Scourge of Cain, which definitely means that they have already lost the Shrine of Cain. Yeah. I'm gonna enter into Mark stance and get into the water. My plan being to go around to Slaanesh and then offer to join that war.
Master Mage.
Here in Tordrenau, we're part of the territory that is Shrine of Cain, Torianlek, and this. We could offer to sell this to you. Would you like that? I'm sorry. Oh, that's an eagle. I thought it was a giant demon. That's a lot of armies. Anyway, like I was saying,
Do you wish to lay
if I were to try to
before the
sell you this settlement, how would you feel about that? So they think this is a really cool settlement. They also think that their settlement's much better than mine. I just don't really see diplomacy getting anywhere right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop. See location of interest. Oh, like right next to me, like right there. I'll bring the other army over since they're not on force march and it might be a battle. Gonna pick up Commodore Cassandra, like I was saying earlier. And oh god, there's so many things to build here. Let's start with money. Do I care about livestock pastures like at all? What's the alternative to livestock pastures, I guess I should be asking? Just normal growth. Wait, do livestock? Oh, this is a resource. This is a better version of growth. I see. I thought this was some sort of cavalry stuff. I get it. Yeah, definitely take that then. It's just better. And I think that's it for this turn, so on to turn 28. Literally nothing between turns. It wants me to recruit a missile unit, which will make new missile units have more ranks. Man, I'd have really appreciated this earlier when I was recruiting my army, so that you could have made it all drastically cheaper and more powerful, but oh well, I guess you can give it to me now too.
I bring Azurian's fire.
Going to come here and see what this is about. So this is a battle for a great hoard of treasure, but a fight. Sign me up. Oh, we don't get our ally though, even though they're definitely here. However, it's the tiny army, so I'm just going to auto-resolve that and head back to... Actually, I'm not heading back anywhere. I'm going to war. We're sailing around the coast, just like the other army is. Come on. Oh, I don't need to look at any of that, do I? I will take the ransom for the money. Now, what's the actual reward for that, aside from being mean to pirates for the fun of it? 5,000 treasury and 1,500 experience. Nice. Let's see what those points go to.
Of the Everqueen.
No, first, I guess let's move. We're gonna cut through here. I'm not getting any warnings about trespassing.
Shaper of Fates.
This other army's gonna go into flank speed, which is the boat equivalent to march. And again, cut through just like the other one. I'm lucky that she hasn't conquered Slaanesh already, because it looks like Slaanesh isn't doing a great job. I mean... Oh, these guys are probably spreading corruption or something, huh? Scouting. Oh yeah, constant local effects spread corruption. Yeah. That checks out. Place is just terrible. We need to kill them all. But like I was saying, before I thought that might have been a pile of armies, I'm surprised she hasn't already started conquering Slaanesh. It feels like she should have. Pick up Deadly Onslaught here, just because it's the final combat ability, and then I'll look at what it does in battle if I ever remember it exists. Take Common of Cassandra, can't quite get magical reserves just yet. Upgrade the Griffin Gate, woo! What a great use of my money. Oh, we have a resource here. Dyes resource production 21 ounces. Fuck it, go for it. It sounds cool. I've not seen that before. Oh, we also have Elven Ports. Yeah, do that. Over here, we can upgrade an income building, build a new building, which I guess is going to be basic growth. That'll be all of our money. I feel like the building thing should have a thing I don't know about. Like, there has to be somewhere a button that's like, show all available buildings. It can't just be like a click the notification or a scroll through and hope, right? There's got to be some part of the UI I just don't know about. Anyways, for now, let's make sure there's no rights we want to do. Oh, we don't have any money, so that'll be a thing we should have done at the start of the turn. But the answer is still no. Once we conquer Slaanesh, we want to do the Invocation of Isha to help purge all the corruption. This is still the same cost. Oh, you know what I can do? I can go to Daughters of the Forest. Why is this one so much higher cost? This is also an 8. So does this just get more expensive every time I use it, period, end of story? What's going on exactly with the cost of this? Anyway, I guess I'm not doing that. So what else can I do with influence? So if I were in a shared war, there's a war coordination tab, and I can build outposts with my allies that somehow involve influence. I'll be sure to check that out next turn with Slaanesh. But we have to get there first, so let's press the button and see if anything happens. All right, so now we're going to talk to Alariel again.
We have much to discuss.
We're going to offer to join war again, this time against Slaanesh, who apparently is at war with them. And then we're going to ask them for as much money as they can reasonably stand to give me. Which is apparently exactly $901. Oh, it has to be my allies or vassals. I can't just, like, go to war. Do you want to have a military alliance with me? No? I would love if I could click this and then get breakdowns of all the other things. I don't know what diplomatic prospects even means. I'm tempted to give her this one territory right here that kind of sucks. It's part of her territory anyway, in exchange for the military alliance, because that has to help, right? That has to make them more likely to accept a confederation in the future if you have a full military alliance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you Tordranil, this terrible settlement. And you're like, yeah, I would love to do that. I'd give you all of my money to do that, right? Or 3,000, I guess, since that's apparently the most I can ask for. I think since I've committed to not killing Alariel, this is the correct thing to do.
Yes.
So sure. Now I have her as an actual ally. We're in a war together. She has the territory she should. She has 3 continuous provinces. There's an allegiance thing, and I can use that to command them to do things. I can request an army from them. That's fucking crazy. The big one is I can make outposts in their land. What the hell does an outpost do? At a glance, this looks like I spend 2,000 gold to be able to recruit shitty units in their territory. And like, I guess if they weren't my faction, it would be shitty units I normally couldn't get, but still, this seems awful. I'm not doing that. Oh, I've automatically aborted the Phoenix Gate quest. I can no longer get the Heart of Avalorn because I allied with the person who owns it. That's cool, I guess. Oh. Or I succeeded. I'm not sure which. I have the Heart of Avalorn now. I could have sworn the other one said mission aborted, but it gave me the item anyway. Yeah, quest aborted the Phoenix Gate, enchanted item gained, Heart of Avalorn. I'm not so sure about that game. I've been feeling pretty solid about the polish level of Warhammer 3 until this specific episode. Why can't I just, like, get off at a normal place? Anyway, we're just gonna come forward to here.
Magic in purest form.
Trying to select my unit, not hers.
Command.
Come forward side by side. And next turn, we'll hop down and start doing stuff. Oh, hey, there's more orcs up here. That's great. That's not elves. I can feel good about killing these people. Since this one has a port, I'm going to upgrade this one. You have a militia camp? Ooh, gross. Get that out of here. I should have just created that a long time ago. Pick up income instead and upgrade. I guess I upgrade the other one. It doesn't really matter too much. Upgrade growth again. That's it for this turn. We're out of money. I'm glad our numbers are steadily ticking up, but I kind of feel like I've not done anything. That's why they're ticking up. I'm making more money because I'm not making armies right now. I have an ally. Diplomatically, that's cool, right? I have someone I've committed to not killing. I haven't done that in a Total War game in a very long time. Othik wants a trade agreement with me, and they'll even pay me for it. See, here's the thing. I think attacking people you're trading with is viewed as a bit of a dick move. Let me open the wiki and see if that affects reliability. I'm enormously shocked to say that the wiki is not very helpful and that I can't find a discussion clearly outlining how reliability works. So if you have a guide to shit like this, you'd like to link me in the comments, I'd love to hear it. However, the specific definition of what reliability is would be acts of treachery, breaking agreements, that sort of thing. By definition, I have to break the trade agreement to kill them. So surely it should hurt my reliability, meaning that that's sort of like a soft non-aggression pact when you get a trade agreement from somebody, right? So I'm going to go ahead and not accept that, even though I want to finish the quest. We can spend 750 to get 15 influence. Ignore the power games. Income from trade terrorists plus 25%. And I'm not using my influence or anything, so that seems good. Yeah. Avalorn is constructing an outpost in one of my settlements. Cool. And now their units will join the settlement's garrison. That's neat. And I finished militia training, and I still haven't made the archive, so, I mean, that's not great. Let's go ahead and do some more stuff that's not actually helpful. Sure, make Lothern Sea Guards better if I ever recruit one.
Champion of the Ever Queen.
Now, from here, we can get inland and actually attack either of these places. This one's definitely gonna be the harder conquer, just because it's a bigger place. The capital's the one down here. Switch you to non, right? We don't want you doing anything crazy. Oh, your movement rate's actually a lot worse than I thought it was. I'm looking at the forced march distance. Disembarking from the boat sucks. I had not realized this. Yeah, disembarking from the boat's basically your whole turn. How bad's the attrition we're eating for this? Oh wait, am I still in range to do stuff? I have a... This is gonna be like next turn though, right?
They will die.
Yeah, next turn it'll do stuff.
Defender of Ulthuan.
Well, next turn we'll do stuff. That's the plan.
Ulthuan.
So I definitely should have gotten this alliance first and come through by land to avoid this exact problem. I was unaware that disembarking your boats was, you know, an arduous thing that would obviously take a lot of time, even though that's sort of obviously the case. Like, I've seen the AI suffer from it before when they were landing to do their invasion west of me. We're gonna upgrade this place to the 3rd level of settlement, and I think that was just all of my money immediately, so we're done with the turn. Wait, this is also Val's Anvil. How can there be 2 Val's Anvils? Is this a pronoun that I'm not understanding? Alright, they're not nearly as averse to it as they used to be. Because I'm not as untrustworthy as I used to be. Look, I'll join your war against Clan Grinnis. They are aware that is a hollow promise that means nothing. Actually, it did mean a little bit. It's still not quite doable, so I'm not going to worry about it. Whatever, that's the end of the turn. Let's see the next step. They are once again trying to get trade rights from me. I could just like make an alliance with all the elves and hope that nobody tries to grow and everyone stays neutral. I just assume that Illyria would eventually kill them all if I don't. Nah, I'll get more money from just having your land instead of trading with you, and I don't love you very much.
Be left unanswered.
Sir, we're at war. Also, the daughters of the forest are dead, I guess. So what's he doing? He's just spreading Slaashi corruption and Slash lands. Why are you even upset with him?
High Elven Archmage.
No
We're gonna launch the
mercy.
attack here to dodge the attrition like we've been doing. I mean, I'm not gonna click it if it says decisive victory. 0 losses, huh? Alright, fair. We could sack it, but I kind of want this land, even though this land's absolutely terrible. Tyrion's up to 25 and courageous now. Just get out of these lands. Like, this has been happening with Poseidon for a while now. Is it just sucks to beat her very, very aggressively? I guess I've made room for more Shadow Warriors, though. Because now there's room for 6 of them. We're not in an encamp stance, obviously, so it'll be in the future, not now. How am I able to go into encamp? I feel like I just walked a very long way.
Even Archmage.
Like, because I barely moved last time, I was able to move further this time. I'm not sure what that was. I feel like I shouldn't be able to go from here to there and then encamp.
Weaver of
Actually, that's not that much distance. I'm just looking at it wrong, I think. I'm gonna spend all my money on Shadow Warriors this turn. I like the sound of that. Alternatively, I can just recruit a local lord back at my main base. I'm gonna recruit 2 this turn and then 4 next turn. Actually, I can recruit 5 at a time. I'm gonna recruit just the 1 this turn then. Because I think when the quest finishes, it will not apply retroactively, so I get 5 at 0 experience, and like this, I do it over 2 turns, so I'll always have to take 2 turns anyway. The second 5 will all get +2 experience from the quest. Oh yeah, we're gonna continue making money off Quartermaster. That's the thing we're doing. Been a while since I put a point into Tyrion.
To serve.
Upgrade Chain Lightning because I don't know what else to do with myself. That's very much how all of my heroes are at this point. Slightly more income, slightly more control. Get a basic income building here. Upgrade said basic income building, and end the turn.
I will grant you the respect due to an envoy, nothing more.
Are you declaring war on me? Oh, the Dreadfully is declaring war on me. That's interesting. I looked at strain 24 to strain 70 and assumed you weren't going to kill yourself. Yeah, sure, I'll ask Avalorn to help. Is there any reason I would say no to this? Like, it default checks it, so... Let's see where they're landing and start recruiting another lord down south then to recruit against them. And I guess we should also send a boat to the south to figure out where they keep coming from. I know it's somewhere around here, because when I click on them, it brings me to the middle of the ocean down here, where there must be an island they're coming from. I know the south edge of the map is also down there somewhere, and that's like where the South Pole Chaos Waste are. I just don't think that's where they're at specifically. Anyway, that quest gives us recruit rank +2 for missile units we recruit, and recruitment cost -25 for it as well, which is going to be kind of a big deal. Mission issued. 6,000 income at the start of the turn. I'm actually surprisingly close to that. Give us a war banner. Neat. So you declared war. I assume you would have landed on my territory, or at least been visible by the sea. Hi there, Rusuzu Gore Dweller. Are you the Beastmen? I thought you'd be the orcs. You're just abominations from the rogue armies. Okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing a pirate army anywhere. I still think I'm gonna recruit an army down here expecting a pirate army to show up, but like, there just isn't one right now, which is very weird. Oh, this guy... Yeah, this guy came in at 0 troops, or 0 experience rather. So by waiting to do it this way, it absolutely does pay off and get me better troops. Thing is, I currently have other pressing concerns that maybe make that wrong. Is there a way to suffer less attrition as I move? No, that's called taking the other perk that we just ignored. But if I queue an attack command, do we just mysteriously ignore the attrition? No, it looks like it's hitting us. Because a queued attack command is just a move command.
Tyrion.
No, we didn't get hit by it because we moved with an attack command.
Magic
Weird.
in purest form.
Get in the city, by the way.
Archmage.
Now, because of that quest to get more money, and the fact that the Vampire Coast just isn't here, I'm tempted to just build a bunch of economy buildings again. What's this? Oh, it's the thing making dyes. It's like all of my money to upgrade this tower. It's 4,000. I think what I'm gonna do, because I've grown so much, and it's like costing me a lot of money to grow this fast, like this is the downside to this. A, Tribute to the Phoenix thing is probably better if you're already maxed out, that obviously is true. But B, I'm having to grow a lot more because of what I'm doing. So I'm gonna switch over to, not Rebuild Lost Splendor, to Tribute to the Phoenix King, whenever I find it, because I'm losing my mind. I'm already here, which is a way that this building is valuable. It means that we're able to just get more out of the rest of our income, right? And I guess because you can get a commandment for a single settlement, that means that I am getting income from this. So our income, I'm hoping, will spike as a result of switching those commandments everywhere. Going to upgrade this tower is basically all of my money, unfortunately. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I think the smart thing to do here is to recruit a lord. And it may as well be Alistair the White Lion, right? Because, like, he appears to be special. He's a legendary lord. He's going to pop into the settlement so he can recruit. And we're going to locally recruit with him only. And for the first wave, it's obviously going to be nothing but them. And they are so much cheaper when they're not being, like, tripled in cost. They're 476 here. They are not 917 over here. That is incorrect. What do they actually cost over here? 999. It's still not as bad as I thought. I thought it was like 1400. And I'll take upgrades to stuff like dye production and other smaller things. But the actual settlement upgrades are just so expensive. All right, the Dread Fleet has successfully failed to attack me, but I can see their little boat appeared on the map over here. Those savages, the Skull Takers, the orcs are coming. They're somewhere. Worry about them. That's what that said. We have a new steed for Poseidon. Down to 5,000 income from 5,500, huh? Admittedly, we got more units, but I was kind of hoping not to drop 500 income upon switching the commandments. Anyway, let's launch this attack on their capital. Valiant defeat. Nakari is here. I don't know if they were here last time. I just didn't see them, or if they showed up from an ambush stance somewhere. But that's not what I was looking forward to hearing. They have a ton of low armor trash, like the Demonettes, that are not going to do well against a massive ranged army. In fact, that just seems to be their general mode of operation. They all have terrible armor. This feels very winnable. We're going to come back to this. What are we looking at for Noctilus over here? The Cat Floater.
That is forbidden.
We're looking at an almost full stack coming in on the Shrine of Loak. We're going to walk to the right, but not too far. Wait, no, stop. We need to be in a camp stance so we can actually use recruitment here. That's not true. You can recruit locally without in camp stance. Yeah.
Moving out.
So we continue to here. Pick up 3 more Shadow Warriors. Unfortunately, there's no way to like instantly demolish and build any walls here. It's the issue of being navally invaded by pirates. I don't know what they're targeting, so I couldn't build defenses for it. That's probably fine.
High Mage.
Up here, I need to make the decision. Am I going to buy archers with my money this turn? Because I can, right? Like, I can just spend all of my money on shadow archers and be done with it. And I think that's probably the right play. Because this army's going to be sweeping down all the way through the right side to eventually join the war. And it's going to need to refill Tyrion's army as well. Apparently, Poseidon has a skill point, and I could put that in magical reserves if I thought she was going to be fighting. But I think Iron Disciplinarian, due to being against Lanesh's land, might be more valuable at this exact moment. And since I'm almost an hour into this video right now, even though I haven't had a proper fight this time, rather than potentially going very long with a big siege battle against Slanesh, and our first battle against Slanesh, in fact, I think I'm going to call it here. I've been rather incoherent. This has been a weird one for me. I've run into like a lot of minor issues in the game today. I don't think any of them are like remotely deal breakers, but it's just like running into all of them back to back to back at the same time was very jarring. I'm still having a good time. I hope you are too, and that we didn't get any field battles out of this one. And I'll see you in the next one, where we're going to have possibly the most important field battle of the campaign. Because if I lose here, I'm not really sure what the plan is for continuing to move around to where the war started over here. Also, diplomatically speaking, I wonder, did this guy attack me because I'm at war, making me seem more vulnerable? Probably, right? Cool, I like that. Anyways, for now, I'm done. I've been rather coherent. I hope you've been enjoying this as much as I have. Thank you for watching. Thank you to my one Patreon supporter, Jeffrey Bain, and I'll see all of you in the next one.